What?
Why did they start without me? I hate them. Ah. Okay, sorry, I wasn't completely ready, but now I'm ready. Alright, guys, so local recording is on. So this is going to be the
Oh
semi-final
yes.
match, 4Glory tournament, Team FNA versus Luigi's Koopa Troopers, i.e. Eclipsis versus Eclipsis, the revenge match for the first group stage game from yesterday. Should be fun. With me, I have Trinity and Sangoku co-casting with me.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
We are out, but we are still here on casting.
So in the
Yes, we
so
still have fun.
we will.
So from red team,
Yeah.
we have Mod Destroyer open with 4 laser, 3 armor, 1 for speed. Levi with Corruptors. The Guardian has 4 spine and 3 root lanes. The carrier has 4 laser and 3 interruptors. From brute team, you have Luigi carrier, 4 laser, 5 ins. OSB was 4 armor laser, 2 speed on destroyer. Arbiter with the storm, 25 energy of storm. Becky Eyes with constant mutation. The full panic.
Yep. So looks like that we could be seeing some tech siege destro chrono destro later on, but we'll see how these teams work. So it looks like they weren't wondering perhaps if Luigi's anticipating another fighter cheese from Team FNA, which they used a fighter cheese against Luigi's team and caught them pretty handily in the group stage.
We lost our first game to fighter cheese.
Pretty interesting. No corruptor levy against corruptor levy.
But
This
the
didn't work for
corruptor
us.
is the
Not
corruptor levy is not
not
on
working.
the other levy side. Becky is facing a carrier
Yeah.
with only 3
Carrier
ins.
against levy and levy against carrier.
I think it's better for the. I don't know what's better. Anyway,
Bit
let's
of
see.
pushing in the
Let's see
middle.
what's going on.
In most cases,
But
the corruptor levy is better.
But I think it's
Four versus
slightly the position is slightly better for blue team because Killer U almost have no farm because he's facing a carrier with 5 inks, 4 laser, which can deal with the corruptors so easy, and the Beggy Eyes can constantly upgrade his tentacles, crazy against his carrier.
I think you're
They
right.
can push. Yeah.
Bit of a push here in the
But-
middle on OSB. And Katie or Averlin's almost out of energy, so she's not going to be of much help at the moment. Though she actually already got the crystal upgrade, so she'll be able to actually regen pretty quickly. But I think you're right. I mean, it could also be considering like who'd be a stronger matchup. Like it could be the concern that Flight versus Luigi may not be. Like maybe Flight is better off holding his own against Beggy versus Luigi, and so on and so forth. There can also be that
Carrier is
consideration.
probably carrier with laser and ints is probably the best ship against corrupt levy. It's not to. It's the only purpose of this carrier is to deny the levy farm. Look, the levy has 125. Okay, still a lot, but Luigi has a lot as well. I'm a bit nervous.
Yeah. What is interesting that Light has not 4 laser, 5 scepters start. He has just 3 scepters on the carrier. Invested, as far as I see, 1 time into range. And I don't know where the
He
other
does have-
ones are going, but really the scepters are missing now here to fight against the levy, against Big Eyes. 2 additional upgrades. And Luigi, in contrast, has the 5 scepters.
Now they are switching. The corrupt levy is going bottom.
I'm gonna switch to the
Probably
Trinity
the-
cam for a second.
Now they're pushing middle. Levy coming in. There's a bunch of corruptors. He has 475 energy. It's quite a lot.
Or carrier against carrier, levy against levy
Yes.
on both sides.
Yeah, that's how it should be, I think.
Now blue team.
But the problem is
has
the
advantage.
blue team will be a little bit push because they have one supporter with Storm, and while the blue team has the Guardian Destroyer in the middle. Very strong. Let's see what the the Corruptor Levy will own the Bio Levy at the bottom line. There's a bunch of Corruptors, now Baggy has to go back. Has 7 tentacles and 4 armor.
Maybe now it's time to take a quick look at the farm and see how things are. So, who's going to win the prize? Eddie, you have the overlay up. So, for Team FNA, we've got 890 farm, just 900 farm now. And for Luigi's team, we've got 782 farm. So, despite the mismatch
farm
of
difference is already 100.
Yeah. And since this isn't a Void Ray comp, this is actually quite significant. Looks like now that we're getting a pullback, possibly because they're worried about a warp trick on Luigi. Because Luigi's team's pulling back to base, and they're warping in. So, could be a bit of a push on Flight.
Yeah. Well, the red team getting an advantage.
Yeah, look at the corrupt line from Killer on bottom. Just farming for free.
Yep.
It's just boost his farm like crazy.
And let's take a look how much he actually has.
Rapid region now.
Beggy has 190 farm, Killyu's already at 300, so
it's a lot.
Big advantage. But is Beggy going to counteract and get Corruptors on this back?
Luigi has 1,100 minerals on his bank. Going back to base now to upgrade. 1,150 minerals. Pretty a lot. One of the top, he's the top farmer of the blue team.
Eddie's grabbed Scourge, Parasite, and Anabolic, in addition to some armor. Flight is coming out, pure interceptors and warp in, and some interceptor numbers. And a bit of energy to support that. Killer's still staying with his Corruptor pattern. He's got 475 energy now. And OSB is having a fun time trying to clear up these Corruptors, which I believe are level 2. They're level 6 now. So, yeah. Killer's definitely banking into the Corruptors. And OSB went back and he has
one thing I don't like about this
7 lasers and
the build
can push on Killer U and a feedback on Killer U. Beggy is going in and see if FNA can come in time. I mean, they may lose Killer U if Beggy just wants to keep up with it. Nope, they're abandoning the quest.
It was a good push.
Good, just an Eddie.
Yep, and this buys...
And Anabolic.
Yeah. Now the question is FNA going to actually try to keep this?
Killer U should play really safe because at the moment, from what I see with his Levy, he went for both. He does have Corruptors and
big push on big push on Beggy. Looks like Ma's gonna be going in for the kill. Now this is risky because you have OSB to Destro, and he's pulling back. But again, a very good push, and the warping from Flight certainly helped. And since he was feedback, Ma can't use bots just yet. But look at this, another farming line from Killer U.
Yeah, he just plays
to get no acid spray, probably.
And
yeah, he got
let's take a look, yeah. And Killer's, he's upgraded some of his basics, so in case Beggy tries to bear down on him again, he won't be at a disadvantage. Beggy's got an acid spray, which will help clean up the Corruptors.
And the Scourge of the Guardian. He probably will just use it against the Scourge because he has not enough energy. On 75. Plus rapid regions.
Now the blue team is on the front by 300. It's a pretty huge gap.
Yep, let's take a quick look. Eddie, I can count on you. 13, just above 1,300 farm for Team FNA, and Luigi's team is just 1,000. So yeah, the farm gap is widening. Let's take a look between the levies. Killer U's got over 400 farm. Beggy is just over 260, and he still hasn't got Corruptors. I don't know how he's gonna think he's gonna keep up with Killer U at this rate. And Luigi versus Flight are carriers. Flight's been doing better with the farming, part because Luigi's been trying to help clean up Corruptors with his launches. And a bit of a push in the middle by FNA. And they're going to try to bear down on Beggy again, but only Ma's in the fight.
Yes, Scourge is on Destroyer. Beggy need to go back to heal because he's weak point on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, rapid but
And looks like we're swapping out and Killiu is going back to the bottom.
he's up to 500 energy and range, 8
Yep.
bio.
And also
7
the health
attacks.
upgrades too. He's starting to
Yeah.
get bigger. How does it work? I think is it every 3 or 4? Is every 4 or 5 health upgrades you get bigger? Graphically for the levy, something like that.
Yeah. I'm not sure like how, like you can see the huge. Oh, Luigi. So
Yeah. Ooh. Killer's
taking
been
a lot of
pushing.
damage.
Killer's been pushing on Luigi, but Luigi's been
Taking a lot of
retaliating with
damage.
feedback. Now I'm wondering if
Yeah.
Flight's gonna go is going to
Becky
just
is getting pushed. They need to do a strong push with the Arbiter, ball up on Destroyer. Otherwise, if they just going out one by one, they will get pushed back because
Yeah.
they just have stronger ship with the better farm,
Mhm.
more TPS.
Killiu setting
Okay.
another line of
They-
corruptors, still level 6. Scourge by Eddie, stormed by Katie. This is always fun because in some ways I'm cheering for both these teams because I'm like, regardless, you know, Eclipsis is getting past the semifinals. So, except, yeah, we'll see how it turns out.
Well, it's only the first game, so
Hmm
if those
And I'm sure
Oh, there's
both
chance
these
to
teams
come
have
back?
tricks. I'm sure both these teams have tricks up their sleeves, depending how this match turns out.
Difference already almost 500.
it's almost a gap. You can never cover. You need to do something
Oh,
on
the
the usual
Destroyer
point.
Something
safe at the
drastic.
top.
Ma's
Yeah,
coming
it's
around.
coming.
Destroyer
No.
cutting. The Destroyer is cutting in. So can he get
And
somebody?
Eddie warped in
No.
on
Beggy
Ma.
is.
You cannot get
Not
anyone.
quite the right angle. Not going to catch anyone. But
Never
certainly
mind.
probably going to scare the Koopa Troopers a bit. And
Completely
another
red
farming
teams
line for Killer U.
dominating now.
Wow, Killer U's just pooping out those corruptors like nobody's business.
Killer U.
And the Arbiter need to get his second spell. Okay, he grabbed boost.
Killer
Actually,
U's already he's at 9 armor, 10 bile, so he's getting very, very tanky. And the
Yeah,
rest
not
of
investing
Flight
in
is
Raptors anymore.
yeah, he's going into the other standard ups. Flight has got 1,300 in the bank, so he's definitely gotta go spend it. Oh, okay.
Luigi
I
has
won't be able to
feedback
come
now.
down right away.
Yes, but only 11 scepters. Nothing to really push or damage anyone now.
OSB is now on the outside lane. He's got protective field bots, but not that much energy. But we haven't seen any energy deny from the FNA, so shouldn't have to worry about that. Flight did not get feedback. It's probably just more level 21 interceptors. Cancelled the warp in.
21.
OSB is parasited.
Warping in on they're warping in on Killer U.
Beggy is.
They should
He can
go
be
for
in
the
trouble.
other-
And who they're gonna go
Okay,
for?
Beggy is.
They could also try to go for Beggy's gonna get out of there by
They're
warping.
going for carrier. Luigi the
should
carrier.
switch fast
Okay.
down.
All the mukes. Beggy's warped in, so he'll be able to help, but he doesn't stand up to Killer U. Looks like they're cutting over now to Katie.
They're going for arbiter.
One of
Should
these
have
support
switched
ships would be a
earlier.
great kill for them.
Might be
Oh,
get
it's
the
no
first kill,
bombardment.
maybe.
No strike and no mute.
I can't even see her. There we go. Yep, they're going in for the kill.
But I think she's gonna
Chrono
go
Boost dead.
anyway.
Okay.
Now the trick is, of course, Luigi's team is pretty badly hurt. The trick is how they're going to be able to cover. Flight has a lot of interceptors in the bank, but he's waiting for warp-in. And
Luigi
we're
might
getting
go
another
down
counter
and then-
push. Counter push on Beggy. At this point, I would actually play cautious, but looks like it's not going to happen. But that's all right because they've gotten this big advantage already. And a big blow for the Koopa Troopers. Because if chrono boosting Beggy may have helped counteract against Killer U a bit, acting in a sense like a frenzy, but it's not to be. Beggy investing, he has 500 energy, so he'll be able to spam acid spray as much as he needs to, but he's getting really badly hurt by Flight's interceptors.
is he needs to. He play with low HP, Levy on the field all the time, which is not good because
He plays like
you
it's a
need,
destroyer.
as a Levy player, you need to constantly be healthy and constantly farm. Your technicals should always be on the farm, like that's a good Levy should be farming all the time, and Luigi's taking huge damage from the in.
Huge.
He has level 21. It's huge damage.
Luigi only has
He
level
has
14.
14. Yeah.
Well, I agree about Beg. I agree it's not, as a Levy, it's always better to be at least in the yellow or better, with energy in the bank or rapid region, though that's actually Beggy's style of play. He likes to play a bit dangerous, similar to his Destro play. And as long as you don't get sniped, like right now, possibly.
Okay, he
it
might
works
go
out.
down right now.
Yeah, with those
He's gonna go
interceptors on him.
down.
Now he's, yep.
Maybe.
He is gonna go down if.
I think
But,
Ma's
the
committing.
Destro
Ma's committing to
has-
this
Okay, yeah.
because there's
Well,
nothing
yeah,
Luigi
yeah.
can do, and
Oh,
Flight's
Oh,
gonna be
we
able to
used
cover.
one time rapid region.
Rapid region.
And there we go.
time.
Ma's
Right.
forced to pull out.
400.
Now it's a big mess of
Oh, it's pretty
interceptors.
low.
But there's
That
also a
was
pile of
best.
interceptors
Oh,
on
it's
Luigi.
OSB is go.
You need now
Going for the
one
kill.
to finish it, but it's not possible.
And a line of Corruptors by Killer and launches by Flight, and Scourge from Eddie has been able to push OSB back. But also notice Luigi was hanging back because Flight did a launch on him, and Luigi couldn't afford to dive in at that time. So that was a good strategy.
18 bio from Liu.
Yep, and we've
And
got...
since they lost the Arbiter, they have no counter to this Levy anymore.
Yep, and they lose one
If
of their
the
counters to
Ali-
the Scourge and Ints. And the Koopa Troopers forced to come out with even pretty low health because they have to try to push FNA back, otherwise FNA just has this fun time farming. So the farm differential, warp in by OSB, so we have 2400 farm, almost 25 for FNA, and we have 1300, so over 1000 farm lead for FNA. versus the Koopa
1100
Troopers.
farm lead.
Ma's gone back to base to heal. He's going for more more armor and more lasers, keeping up his one shot.
I think the game is pretty over. It's not possible to come back for the blue team
I think
if the red team doesn't do a big mistake, like
It's almost impossible
impossible.
to come back at this point.
especially in
we're
a
behind
4v4.
so much. Yes.
Oh, the ins going
Kill-
on Luigi, 21, level 21. I will survive.
But this is a pretty decisive win because you know, at the beginning they were already starting to get a farm lead despite the mismatch noticed on the side lanes. And Killary was able to farm up very quickly, and then as soon as the Arbiter was destroyed, it was almost a GG at that point. Was a GG.
I think the party can be good, but on 4v4 it's not that good. Well, it's not that good on 6v6 in house anyway. In the arbiter play, because with the arbiter play, if you can have a good position, have nice farm on your arbiter, it's very helpful for your team. And when you're behind and you have an arbiter, and you push back all the time, then the arbiter is almost. It's very hard for the arbiter team to come back because all you can do is storm, and with good game sense, you will not get storm.
Well, they can
5
also
ships,
selective
4
use of
ships.
Chrono Boost though could be very useful.
Could
Like
be
that's how
useful.
you can two Leviathans if one's fallen behind. A Chrono Boosted Leviathan can also help even up the gap
Yes.
there.
Yes.
But look, even acid spraying, interceptors are still able to get a couple of volleys off. And with warp in, Flight is just constantly harassing Beggy there.
This whole line of corrupt have no answer. If I were the levy there, I would just go pure corruptors.
What was the
they
decisive
just
moment,
have-
perhaps? The game's not over, but I'm wondering, was it Beggy not getting Corruptors to keep up with Killer U? Or was it really just how
I
the
think-
center was handled? Or perhaps a comp differential?
I think if the levy if the Levy wants to go corruptor to counter the enemy corruptors, well, the fight between two levies is very simple. Who has more money, who win the farm. Who has more farm, who will win.
OSB was pushing a bit on Maw there, but Eddie's right there to Scourge. And Eddie has level 11 Spine, so he has one shot, so he can clean up Luigi's 14 interceptors pretty quickly. Looks like Begi's going around, possibly to set up a warp point.
Light has feedback now. 25 septors. Level 25. So.
Level 25
At this
interceptors,
point,
yeah.
if Luigi need to get a Vortex at this point, and if they want to really come, you have
Luigi is farm-sided. He will be feedback now
yeah.
by the enemy carrier. He applied bolt.
Killer's going in for a dive on OSB. Though I don't think this is so wise because Begi's coming up here and the rest of the team is not present. They're warping in on Killer U, but this is gonna hurt.
Oh my
He
god.
overdived and took
This
too much tower
is
damage.
A derp. This is a derp.
Major derp by Killer U.
This is
Oh
a
my
complete-
god.
Major derp.
Can this
Oh
be?
my
Wow,
god.
that should not have happened there.
This.
But Begi
Counter
is
launch on
very
Begi.
low.
If they can kill Begi with
Begi's
this,
very low. The scepters
Begi's-
are very strong.
Begi's
Level
gonna going
25.
down.
Oh my god. He's
but still it went from a...
But it was
Oh.
still,
nice.
despite all Begi was killed, it was a very strong push from the blue team. Completely caught red team off guard and killed their out-farm
Yeah.
Levy.
I'm wondering why
If
red
Begi
team
was-
went to the right to try to cut Begi off. But that didn't
I
really
think-
work out.
It's just wrong decision. It's really hard to kit it. Like when you have no version on the enemy ship and you're trying to cut him off guard,
Yeah.
he can just warp and add to base all the other ships.
And I think that was a wrong
Um,
decision by Killer U because he was pushing with no energy. Well, actually, he got fed back by Luigi, but he was pushing too hard on those ships, and Begi was coming up. So, looks like
The
they're going to try to
problem with
take out the
Levy,
tower.
Yeah, and top towers.
OSB is
Yeah.
trying to cover it, but these interceptors are taking their toll. Nope, looks like the Scourge from Eddie may finish off the tower. Almost there. There we go.
Luigi at Vortex.
Eddie has
not use it.
2,400 minerals in the bank. If he doesn't go back to upgrade now and he dies, oh my gosh.
Oh my
I
god.
think Luigi just didn't have Vortex at that time.
He's got it
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
though.
It was just.
But yeah, this has got to make FNA a little nervous because it's different 3v2 versus 3v4. So, no room for errors. Perhaps they got a little overconfident there. So, Maw's warping back early. Possibly push out he got Siege, and we'll see what else they get. Luigi's team taking the time to farm it up. Actually, let's check the farm out really quickly. So 2,400 farm for FNA, and 1,180 farm for the Koopa Troopers. So, again,
OSB need to go mines at this point
Yes.
because they
I
have
agree.
only destroy with bombardment to actually kill the mines, but I think they can just go in.
It's to go
OSB's
Maw-
gone Siege, actually. Level
Maw has
16
got
siege, so double Siege action. But is Flight going to get a Tex? No, he does not have Vortex. So this is a little nervous because there's no counter Tex. If Luigi Texes, there's not much they can do. Level 15 Brood Lords from Eddie, and he's just waiting, chilling at base, saying, I'm just taking a break, guys, for a minute. Have to wait for his cooldown. But you're right, without the levies, mines can really be a big concern here.
They need to go. OSB need to go. Grab the mine and full on energy. Mine up the whole base.
Luigi's coming out
At
and now
least
is level 16
500
minutes.
energy now.
And pray they will go
Just
into the
start with
minefield and
zero,
take.
level 0 mines and later upgrade them. And now mine
You-
everything.
That could work.
Yeah, you need to get the mine. Oh, he has bombardment now.
No, he bought bombardment and a bit more energy. Looks like we won't be seeing mines from the Koopa Troopers anytime soon. Here come the level 15 Broods, as well as the level 29 Interceptors. And OSB sieged up to try to clear things out. And the Bombard, but still, The target is Luigi. And that hurts.
All sieging now.
Oh, he's sieging
All
now.
in range of
Counter
each other.
siege.
But OSB has no shields anymore.
But OSB has a higher damage text by Luigi.
Yes. Was good tanks.
Good text.
Both carrier and
Oh,
Yeah.
OSB had still the shopping menu, but now he's out of. Why is he moving forward?
I'm
I
not
think he
sure.
wants to
Try to
get the
get a couple of extra
target
hits.
carrier. Carrier's getting low.
Nope, carrier is safe.
Oh.
Everyone got out
Ooh.
fine. Launch on OSB. And these interceptors get through while OSB was trying to keep the Brood
Oh.
Lords.
And he's
That is gonna
29.
hurt.
On siege right now.
Protective field is gonna help. He's
And-
unsieging, going back to base.
It mines. Yes, mines. Just mine out the whole map. And energy. More energy. Energy. And all we
He
need
may
to
not
do
have been
is
able to
just
afford it. Just
Just
350 energy. He didn't have enough.
Just need to a lot of just siege up in the base.
Flight is
Mine up
coming
the
out.
whole.
Flight
mine
now
up the
has
whole
vortex
base.
and feedback, in addition to 450 energy,
I mean,
which I think it should have come a little sooner. We should have seen a little bit of a sooner text, perhaps. But the
You
level
need to
29
just
interceptors is worth it.
just mine up the whole base and pray they will go into the minefield and lead shots, vortex them, blow up the mines. Pray
Remember though,
you can
both
kill somebody.
both teams. There is no parasite anymore, so I guess Eddie's gonna look for getting parasite off. But they could also still look for the mines. They do have a player who's dead, so FNA could have someone who's scanning for, and they probably suspect it at this point.
Was
Yeah.
basically the Brood Lords with his level 18
Yeah.
leaders.
If Killier was still here, though, this would be a GG because he could clear out the mines with acid spray. He had all the energy too to support that.
That is a problem with Levy over farm. You just play so confident,
Mm-hmm.
running, and
That's
you.
That's
they
sort of the
might
mentality,
get-
though. I've seen some dives, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, you're going to be killed, and then they go and get the kill, get out, and then, oh, okay, I guess I'll let you do your thing.
But sometimes if they're a good team, you can. You make picture yourself in trouble
can
by
have
doing this.
3000 farm with the levies.
Moss
and
sieging
dive
up at the
in
bottom
3
tower.
seconds.
Yes.
That's what the levy player should always know. If you have 3000 farm, it doesn't mean you are.
Level
Always
20,
be-
level 21 siege by Ma, so if he gets into another siege war with OSB, he'll be able to fare a little better.
Up. And
Just
just place mines. And use upgrade money.
Use
More
up
energy.
200
more
minerals.
More energy. Energy.
OSB
Forgot
is
to
sieged
shop.
up now.
He's not shopping, don't know why.
Energy. Come on, place mines. Just dump everything into mines.
And this could be a very long game.
No. Now but he both not energy. Invested, I don't know in what.
He went into range. He get 200 range upgrade.
Right, you're right.
Yeah, which is a smart thing.
But it's okay. It's okay. Bigger range siege mode. It's fine. He has 18 range on his siege. Wall has 17. Yes, he's definitely outranging him.
I would say at this point, FNA is really going to have to try to split up their DPS. Broodlords on one
Maul-
side and
Maul
just
is sieging
Maw's coming in on
as
the
the
side.
right
Maul is
side.
sieging. Maul is
And I don't
sieging,
think
but,
they have
but OSB doesn't have vision on.
Oh, now
Yes,
he's switching,
just-
now he's
So
switching.
what's Ma? Oh,
But
they're
he's
just
moving, what
they're
is he
playing that
doing?
small chess match, but Ma's got to be
He has
careful.
vision now, what is he doing?
There we
He's
go.
still
No, he's
moving.
waiting for flight to launch, so he has vision
Oh,
on
he's in
OSB.
range. No.
If Luigi's gonna
vision.
come over to Tex. He's fed back. Doesn't
Oh.
Tex.
On siege, you need to on siege
Yes,
right now.
on siege now.
OSB.
Vortex on
Oh,
OSB?
vortex.
considering actually good timing for that. Both destroyers.
Not sure about this. He was pretty low there. Any vortex.
Yeah.
Now the brutal is level 15. Gonna eat
No,
get
OSB has
eaten
to go
alive.
back.
He
Launch
needs to
on
go back
OSB.
right now.
Looks like they're gonna try to dive for it.
You
No.
can siege now in the base.
So many fighters. It's lagging for me actually.
You should siege up here now, yes.
Now the interceptor coming again. Level 31.
Use protective shield, use protective shield, use protective shield. He's not
Wow.
using it. No, he's
No, he
using
is.
it.
He's using it.
Okay, you'll survive, it's okay.
Yeah, but he's hanging around 2,000 health.
Luigi has 720 mineral? Or who has 720 mineral? I know
No,
it's
only
Flight.
100. Now he has level 21 interceptors. Flight went back and he got recharge shield.
Ah, so at this point, you see what they do? Luigi's parasited. So whenever Luigi's moving, they will see. Luigi stay in the base, they can see the siege.
Yep.
Yep.
Luigi should
So
With extra
Don't
range, that can
go
make a
to
big
the
difference.
side.
Level 19 Broods and 18 Needle Spine on Eddie, so he'll be able to counteract Luigi's launches a lot better. Most hasn't gone back to upgrade yet, but he has 1,000. He may just hang around here. And do they know about the mines? That is the question. I think they do, because some of them look like they've blown up.
here we got a shield recharge. Shield. Guardian with 7 armor.
Luigi's,
it's
dump
dropping back.
Luigi's
16,000.
dumping more into ints. Now level 22.
And we've got the whole line of level 19 brute lords. With 600 energy.
And they're just punishing Luigi whenever he pokes out a bit more. But of course the Destro can one-shot them.
Oh, his level 23 laser.
These mines are going to expire soon. It looks like OSB's not going to have a chance to get out to relay them. But he's laying out some mines right in front of him, actually. And these mines are still level 0.
Mo has now 10 range on the Destro.
Was this the 400 level upgrade? Or the 200?
400.
And level 23 lasers. In comparison, OSB has level 21 lasers.
Switching now.
At this point, FNA just really needs to
OSB
consolidate their position.
We should not move behind it, but stay directly under the base. Else there's
There is
just
coming
through
with
the base.
Vortex.
Oh. Now they have a problem. Now Mo is getting into range and shoot both the mothership and the ships.
Yep, so he
And
can have his
destroyer.
pick of who to destroy
And I've
first.
already started to destroy the mothership and then switch to the destroyer.
And are they going to keep with the mothership? Yes, looks like they are.
He's sieging without moving back. I don't think that was a good idea.
Couple there's a text by Luigi. Flight should really be getting into feedback that, but I'm probably nervous about getting in.
Bootlots eating OSB, OSB's dying.
OSB is OSB.
There he goes, OSB is
Alright.
dead, and Luigi is soon to follow. Luigi doing the last stand again. There's the happy, well, the GG, happy or not. And this is game 1.
It would be a totally different game if they can just snipe the red levy.
And at the end of the
Without
game,
Becky getting
with
killed?
fireworks.
Becky would survive this. Would be
If Beggy was survivor, like
Yeah.
it could be a very different game.
Yep. Well, and
But
also if Beggy
listen-
was able to keep up with Killer U, because even before Beggy was killed, Killer U was killed, he was still falling behind. But there we go. That was game 1, folks. So we're going to be going on to game 2. Not sure when it's going to start, but we will let you know. Thanks, Goku and
See you
Trinity, for
later.
casting.
Thanks to it.
Yep, and we'll catch you guys in a bit.